Hello, everybody. Welcome back to As We Speak. And here's wishing you a very special, delayed International Day of Happiness. Now, happiness is a 21st century buzzword, and the quest for happiness seems to be an almost unattainable objective in these pandemic times. Which is why I have here with me someone who believes that happiness is an inward journey right from childhood, right from the start. Anita Raina, Master Life Coach and founder of the Atmaanaan Yoga and Wellness Center here in Dubai. Welcome, Anita. So happy to have you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for giving me this platform. Yes, I do agree with what you have been saying, that happiness is something that is an inward journey. So truly said.
Yes. And guys, I would really like you to watch this episode to the end because Anita and I have a very special surprise for you, which I think will make you truly very happy. But in the meantime, Anita, let's get to the questions. So, Anita, do you think that children today are receiving a completely good, holistic education that's going to prepare them for the post-pandemic times?
Very good question. It's not only about the pandemic that I had this question to myself. When I was getting trained in all these tools, I was wondering each time why nobody gave us this when we were in school. See, physics, chemistry on these things are very important for your outer world, but it's equally important to sort your inner world out. We all are working for a program from the age of 0 to 6. We have been all programmed. So we need to become aware of those programs and consciously try and take out stuff that's no longer serving us.
So, Anita, at your center, Atmaanaan, you have a 6-method philosophy program for kids aged between the age of 6 and 16. Can you briefly explain what this is?
Yeah, so further to continue with what I said before, that happiness is not something that you're going to find outside of yourself. It's not an outward journey. It's an inward journey. So it's outside in. Yeah. So what is the thing that we are looking at? This program has 6 elements. It's got the traditional classical hatha yoga, not the yoga that you see in the studios today. It's got meditation and pranayama, which is the breathing. And it's got an element of sound energy, how sounds can actually heal you. It's got elements of nutrition, how food is actually a fuel to your body. And it's got something to do with lifestyle. Why do you need to connect with nature? Why is sun so important for us? Why do we need to walk? When we walk on a beach, why do we feel so good? All these lifestyle modifications, plus there is goal setting, not the way we've been taught how to set like to-do lists and we form. It's how you can manifest things into your own life. So this is the 6 elements which are covered in this Ananda program.
And Anita, that sounds so essential for kids today, really, especially with everything we have going on. And unfortunately, we all prefer to look at our screens as opposed to the trees on the lovely beach or the desert outside. So I think it's really brilliant that you're doing this, you know. Now, you mentioned how you've got yoga and you've got breathing, right? And pranayama. A lot of parents, they say, I want to send my kids to a yoga class because, then they learn how to breathe. Are these not 2 very different things? And how important is this aspect of breathing and meditation? Do you just learn it while doing the asanas?
So let me give you a little brief about what are we trying to do here. So as I mentioned previously, there is something which is our subconscious mind. So all the programs that we picked up are actually lying in our subconscious mind. So we need to learn how to access that part of the brain. It's not at a conscious level. We have developed our conscious level quite a bit. Academics is already doing it. We have sharpened our intellect so much, but everything is not logical. There is a huge part of the brain, which is the subconscious mind, which is the illogical part of the brain. Logic is not going to work there. And how do we access that part of the brain? This is what our ancestors have been trying to teach us. So when we do either meditation or breathing, these are tools that will help us to access that mind. And that is when we become, the more we meditate, the more we do these breathing practices, the better we become at accessing that part of our brain and changing our limiting beliefs, emotional baggages. This is what we are trying to do.
So, Anita, as parents, we are doing our best to raise our children to the best of our abilities and to the best of our conscience, right? We're giving them everything we can afford. We're giving them more. We're trying to do the best in terms of what we believe is to be the best. Is this enough?
A very good question. As you said, we are doing our best given the conscious level that we are at and the resources that is available to us. It's got nothing to do with money. Kids don't need your money. We are somehow, covering our guilt or things with giving them all these materialistic stuff. That's not going to help. Whatever we project on our kids is a part of our own unmet needs. So when that kid is pushing your emotional button and you're getting charged up, or you want to scream and you're feeling that helplessness, oh, where is my child coming from? I didn't teach these things to him. This is all to do with what is it within you that you need to change. So when you see that behavior in your child, you have to stop, pause, think. I know it's not easy to do because I've been through that journey and I know it's not easy, but this is the only solution. By screaming, shouting, and yelling and having that match is not going to give you any results. If you're looking for true results, because whatever you're seeing in the child, it's not always for correction. Maybe there is some teaching moment the child is giving you. The child is a big teacher only if we recognize and don't bring our ego in place. Yeah. If we understand the true sense and become aware of what is it that we really bothered us and what is it that we need to change, not what the child needs to change. It's time has come that we become conscious parenting is very important in today's life, because we are losing all the connection with our kids. I have so many parents who come to me for personal coaching and they are completely disconnected with their kids, and their kids are going through depression, anxiety, and they don't need to.
Very well said. Totally agree. Hard to do, but totally agree. Um, Now, what, in your opinion, is a good inward holistic practice that, you know, unfortunately, time is demanding, schedules are crazy, but what is a good inward practice for children to do? You know, because I think in a lot of people's minds, it's like, oh my God, or even in a lot of children's minds, do I have to sit and meditate for like half an hour? Does this require 1 hour? What is needed? If you had to give a ballpark, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, what is it that's required to keep an individual balanced, and in touch with themselves so that they can lead a better life?
So, if you remember, I talked about the Ananda program. What
Yes,
are we trying to do there? It's about a holistic kind of a thing: mind, body, and energy. So, you're bringing all together so that it's in balance. The
right.
moment there is disharmony, that's the time you create these stress levels and anxiety and all this. Once it's in harmony, you will not need to struggle so much in life. So, there are no quick fixes. Yes,
Right.
if you're doing nothing, it's better to do those 5-10 minutes. But my thing has always been, start your kids young, put them through this kind of a program when they are 6 years old. Like how you teach them how to brush. Do you tell them just brush once and then don't no need to? You have to build a habit. The mind learns by repetition. That's the rule of the mind. When you started to learn how to walk, you got up, you fell down. How many times did you do that? As a kid, did you ever think this is not possible? Although at that point in time, it was true that it wasn't possible. It was a very difficult thing for you to do. But you kept trying, you kept doing. So you have to be at it. If you want results, you have to take massive action. Listening to all this is very good, but unless it's picked up by an action, you're not going to reach there. So, from all this, if you had to pick Just pick one thing and start doing it. Yeah. So if it is meditation that you want to do or learn, start with a guided meditation. Start with the 5 minutes. Slowly, your mind will become comfortable. It'll be uncomfortable in the beginning because it's not familiar to you. See, mind has another rule. What is not familiar, you move away because you move to a comfort level. Yeah. So you have to push through it every time. And from 5 to 10 to 15. And once you start getting benefits of that meditation, you're never going to leave that practice.
Right.
It's that simple. Yeah.
That's so true. That's so true. And guys, all you viewers watching this, you will be very happy to know that Anita wants you to have this experience because she really believes in taking this action. So she has very generously offered to give 2 lucky children free yoga sessions at her center. But we require something from you. All you need to do is tag me at As We Speak Now and Anita at Atmaanaan, correct? Which, of course, we will type this handle on in this video. And tell us, what do you do, or what do you do with your family? One practice. Share with us one practice that you do at home that makes you truly happy. Is that a good idea, Anita? Some sharing?
Idea. Yes. So at least when you do this or you think through it, you're at least becoming aware. That's the first step. Acceptance and awareness is the first step towards reaching somewhere. Yeah.
Brilliant. So guys, we're really looking forward to you sharing this with us. I'm sure we'll all learn from each other. Anita, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your generosity. Guys, we will also do a separate giveaway post for this, just to remind you. And thank you for watching. Thank you, Anita.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you for being here. Take care, everybody, and see you next week. Bye.